Hello, hello, hello. Let's see who we have here. Excuse me 1 minute. Got my cord. I want my power to go out while I'm on here. Hello, Kay Moore. How are you? So glad that you could join me tonight for story time. Hello, Pandy. How are you? Welcome to story time. So glad that you could join me. Hi, Gigi. How are you? Thank you for the raid. So glad that you could join me for story time and brought some people along with you. I appreciate each and every one of you joining me tonight for story time. Who else? Let me make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay. Kay Moore is saying hi to Gigi. Gigi saying hi to Kay Moore. And she's saying hi to me. Kay Moore saying hi to Gigi. Gigi says hello to Pandy, Hair, Candy, and more. We have Satin in the house tonight. How are you, Satin? So glad to see you. So glad you could join us tonight for story time. And I pray that you are well tonight. Pandy is saying hi to Gigi, throwing some kisses and love to Satin. And Gigi saying hi to Satin. Everybody's greeting everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm trying to get comfortable. I tell you, sometimes it's can't get comfortable. So glad that you all could join me. Last week, Friday, I believe it was, because I canceled story time Monday. I didn't tell you all who I shouted them out in the story, but I always like to go back and call out the names of the people who were featured in the story because some of their names sound like it's a part of the story. And so I like to let you know who all the characters was. And I don't think I did that last week. So I want to just take a minute and do that. So last story time on Friday, we had our characters were Brother Herb. I don't recall telling you all, but forgive me if I did. But anyways, it was Brother Herb, Mama Joan, Birdbird, Fun with the Girls, A Sophisticated Lady, As Annoying as Dee Dee, Self-Love Always, Animal Lover, it was Barboy Woods, PMCF Central Church, Magicmoments, Be Inspired, Seven Legs Fairy, Slick Nico Twins, think this was the last story that we read. And who else? Live It Up, Huge Empire, Heaven Sent, Stupid ATM, Minecrafted, Mrs. Voice of Reason 2, Miles Again, Slick Production, Trash or Treasure, Minute Tour, It Gets Real, Getting My Life Together at 50, Super Smiley, Light and Love, Smart Shopping and Cooking. And those were the characters then. And I'm pretty sure I didn't, but if I did, I just told you who they were again. Let's see who walked in while I was giving that little recap. Satin says, doing well, everybody, working towards getting back up and on my good foot. Get on the good foot. Dun, 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 dun. Get on the good foot. I guess I'm dating myself singing that song. Some of you all know that one. Everybody should know that. Shiwana says, hello all, going to watch you on TV. All right, Shiwana, thank you so much for being here. And we have the dancing diva dancing her way on in. Miss Full Roller says, Deborah, GladTidings and chat. Hey y'all, will be just listening in while I make my salad for tomorrow. I appreciate you, dancing diva, for joining me for story time. We have Be the Difference Clothing. Be the Difference says hi to Pandy, Candy Hair and More, to Gigi's Glue Free Lab, She Wants Crave Circle, and Satin, and Kay Moore, and Miss Four Roller Sierra. We have Finest Wine Cooking Channel coming in, clapping his hands and throwing some love. He says, what's up, Deborah? Hello, everyone. Gigi says hello to Be the Difference Clothing. We have Edward Smart in the house tonight. Hey, Edward, thanks for joining us. He says hello, Deborah. Gigi says hello to Finest Wine Cooking Channel. And hello to Edward Smart. And welcome to the story time, everyone. Finest Wine Cooking Channel says hey to Gigi. He's got a few dancing ladies. He's trying to take over the Dancing Diva spot. And he's throwing some love in the okay. And Pandy says hey to Miss Full Roller. Edward Smart says hi to Gigi. Catch you on the replay. Gigi says hello to Miss Full Roller. Pandy says hey to Finest Wine Cooking Channel. Gigi says hello to Shiwana. Pandy's Hair Candy Moore says hello to Edward Smart. Finest Wine Cooking Channel says, Pandy, how are you? Pandy says hey to Be the Difference Clothing. Pandy says doing well, thanks at Finest Wine Cooking, and how are you? Edward Smart says hey to Pandy, Hair Candy, and More. And Finest Wine Cooking says I'm okay, Pandy. So everybody's greeting everybody, coming on in, getting settled down to story time. I hope everyone has their favorite beverage, because I always have to have me something to drink. I was hoping to have me some hot tea made, but I ran out of time. But I have to have something, because my mouth gets so dry. But I welcome each and every one of you to story time. I am not going to prolong the time. I'm going to go ahead and get started with tonight's story. Can everybody hear me okay? Does it sound good? No one has said anything about it, so I'm assuming the sound and everything is good. Many years ago, in a faraway kingdom, lived a beautiful princess named Princess Patella. She had long red hair and loved roses so much that everyone said her name should have been Princess Rose. She was a sweet pea, a sophisticated lady, and always super smiley. Every evening after dusk, Princess Patella went out on her balcony and clapped her hands. A golden bird named Birdbird came flying out of nowhere and landed on her shoulder. Instantly, Princess Patella's hair began to shine with brilliant red light. When Birdbird started to chirp an enchanting tune, Princess Patella joined in and started singing for the Creator. Everyone in the kingdom fell asleep and had sweet dreams till the break of dawn. She would always laugh and say, "It's a jazz movement." Several years passed. You'd think Princess Patella wouldn't be inspired to keep singing, but she was. Every evening, Princess Patella, along with little Birdbird, started singing for the Creator, so that all the people fell asleep and had sweet dreams till the break of dawn. Once again, she laughed and said, "It's a jazz movement." One day, something terrible happened. A wicked queen named Queen Mila learned about Princess Patella and her beautiful singing and decided to put a curse on her. Abracadabra, simsalabim. May the rose's color of her hair become dim, Queen Mila said, and Princess Patella's hair instantly turned as black as tar. That evening, to Princess Patella went out on her balcony and clapped her hands. But when Birdbird appeared, Princess Patella's hair glowed black instead of red. Birdbird chirped its enchanting melody, and Princess Patella started singing for the Creator. Everyone in the kingdom fell asleep, but that night they only had bad dreams and nightmares. This placed Princess Patella in a slump. On the following day, the saddened Princess Patella asked Birdbird, "Birdbird, how can I make the people's dreams sweet again?" "Black hair in rose water," Birdbird chirped in reply. Princess Patella wondered at this counsel, but she decided to listen to the voice of reason too, and abided by it. Nevertheless, she filled up a basin with water and sprinkled rose petals on its surface. "It's perfect," she said. And then she dipped her hair into the rose water and it instantly turned red again. This evening, when Birdbird perched on her shoulder, the radiant red glow of her hair lit up the night sky once more, and then Princess Patella started singing for the Creator, and everyone in the kingdom fell asleep and had sweet dreams till the break of dawn. Again, she just laughed and said, "It's a jazz movement." Queen Mila was so very angry that her curse had been broken that she decided to cast it again. Abracadabra, simsalabim. may the rose color of your hair become dim. And Princess Patela's hair turned as black as tar again. Only this time, Queen Mila also picked up all of the rose blooms in the entire kingdom. Let's see how you'll break my curse now, she sneered, filled with rage. Once again saddened, Princess Patela asked Birdbird, Birdbird, how can I make my people's dreams so sweet again till the break of dawn? Once again, Birdbird chirped in reply, black hair in rose water. But where should I find a rose? Black hair in rose water, Birdbird chirped and flew away. Princess Patela was in a slump once again because she didn't know what to do. She said to herself, I know God loves me because I am God's child, and I'm always singing for the Creator. But great was her anguish, so she thought to herself, this is where it gets real. That's when her eyes filled with tears, and one of them fell to the ground below. At that very moment, handsome fresh prince, who had stopped under the balcony of Princess Patela, took out a little box and a single red hair from within it. He was that guy, and he thought she was a sweet pea. He bent down and placed the hair on top of Princess Patela's tear, and then a miracle happened. Suddenly, the red hair turned into a red rose. Fresh Prince picked up the rose and took it up to Princess Patela. Upon seeing the rose, she immediately brushed off her tears and plucked its petals to add to the water in the basin. Then she dipped in her hair, and the curse was broken. Everyone gasped in astonishment, and King Plov asked Fresh Prince, young man, where did you find that red hair? Fresh Prince said, when Princess Patela and I were both children, I picked a single strand of hair from her head, as a sign of my loyalty to her. And she did the same to me by pulling out a strand of my hair. It's true, Father, Princess Patela confirmed and took out a little box. She opened it up to reveal a single hair from Fresh Prince's head inside. Everyone was delighted with this news. So Fresh Prince and Princess Patela got married that very same day. For them, these were magic moments. Princess Patela was the most hated by Queen Mila. As told by Tina, after learning that her curse had been broken again and that Princess Patela had become Mrs., Queen Mila's evil nature swelled so much that she exploded into 1,000 tiny pieces. Eventually, rose blooms sprang up in every garden in the kingdom once again. According to Jeff, each evening, Princess Patela was singing for the Creator, and all the people fell asleep and had sweet dreams. She just smiled and said, It's a jazz movement. And that concludes my story. It was a short one tonight. But the scripture that came to my mind while I was reading this was James 3, chapter 3, 13 through 18. And it's so funny because today I was in Pastor Kim's corner, and she was doing a Bible study, and she did a Bible story, and this was one of the scriptures that she read while in her Bible study. And it just was so funny that this was the one I had picked out for the story, because it talks about that. And I'm going to read, it's James chapter 3, lines 13 through 18. I'm going to read them, but it's one in particular that I'll emphasize as I go along. It says, "Who is wise and understanding among you? Let them show it by their good life, by deeds done in the humility that comes from wisdom. But if you harbor bitter envy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast about it or deny the truth. Such wisdom does not come down from heaven, but is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic." So here the scripture is saying that, for you to harbor those types of things in your heart, and even if you don't speak it, because some people do and they speak about their evil deeds and stuff, but even if you don't, you're still harboring it in your heart. And it says this is not the type of wisdom that comes from heaven. Feeling this way, this sort of way, is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. And you see our character, Queen Mila, was so evil, and she was filled with so much evil and with her demonic deeds till she actually became consumed by it, and she killed herself. She was so filled with it that she exploded with all that evil and hatred towards Princess Patella. But line 16 says, "For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice." And so I thought about our characters here. You got Queen Mila. Now, the story never said why she hated Princess Patella, but I can only imagine it was only because she coveted something she had. Princess Patella had a beautiful, beautiful voice, and she used it for good, and she sang to the Creator with such a lovely, peaceful melody in humility that it just went all through the kingdom and gave everybody else peace to the point where they were well rested. They got a good night's sleep through that. So she used her gift for good. And so apparently Queen Mila was jealous of that. And she was so jealous, it says that she cast a spell to try to destroy what was good in Princess Patella, what Princess Patella used for good. And so we have it right there in the scripture. "For where you have envy and selfish ambition." So Queen Mila was not only envious of her, she had selfish ambition, which I would imagine she desired to be like her. But she knew that she couldn't because that was Queen Patella's gift. So there she had the evil practice taking place. It says there you'll find disorder and every evil practice. So Queen Mila practiced witchcraft and cast a spell to try to destroy Princess Patella's gift. And then line 17 says, "But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial, and sincere." So you saw that Princess Patella possessed all that. She was considerate, so she didn't use her gift just for herself. She used it to spread peace among the kingdom for the people. There was peace. She seemed loving. She was described earlier as a sweetie pie, a sweet pea, and full of mercy and good fruit. And she was sincere about what she did. And it says, peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. And that's how it is for us. You know, we have to not covet what our neighbors have, because that envy will eventually consume us, just like it did Queen Mila. And unfortunately, that's how some people are, you know. And you know, the scripture will go on and tell you, if you read it further, that a person like that will go to any length to get even with you and try to destroy you. And so we don't want to be like Queen Mila. We want to be like Princess Patella, using our gifts for good and not coveting our neighbor's gifts, knowing that their gift is their gift and our gift is our gift. And we all have different gifts and talents. And we have to know that we need to use them for good and not for evil, like Queen Mila. But it was just so ironic that Pastor Kim was in that scripture tonight in her Bible study. And I was in Be the Difference live earlier tonight too. And I think somewhere along the line she touched on that a little bit as well. And so we have to learn how to be content with the gifts and talents and things that God has blessed us with, rather than being jealous of someone else. I'm not going to sing like somebody else sings. I'm not going to be creative. I'm not creative like Shawana, Creative Circle. I mean, I look at her work and I can't do it. I don't know how she does it. I mean, I was looking at that art piece she had today, where she had the lady's face, a vase she made with the hair was all these beautiful flowers. I would, first of all, I would have never even thought of that, because that's not my gift. I don't have the gift to be creative in that aspect and some of the other stuff that she does. I'm not Gigi from Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab. I know how to cook, yes, but I don't think that I could use cooking for me, share my gift of cooking the way she does on her channel in her lab. You know, I couldn't come across how she does with that. And for one, I don't have the patience to do a lot of those things. Like, for instance, Gigi not only cooks, she does product reviews, and she goes out and she buys these products, and she made a commitment to try them first before we try them, whether it's food or a cooking equipment, to try it first and give us her honest opinion, to save us some time and research as to the things that possess gluten that a lot of people can't have. I don't have the patience for all of that. I admire her for it and I appreciate her for it, but that's not me. Be the Difference Clothing. She's very inspirational, always giving inspirational messages. She does this every day of the week. I can't do it. I tried it, but I can't do it because it was too much. Got to be too much for me. Physically, it got to be too much for me. So we have to know how to stay in our lane and do what we do, you know, and not covet our neighbors, you know, and be jealous of what it is that they do. A lot of times you'll travel through the YouTube streets and you'll hear different people saying, you know, this one's jealous of me or that one's jealous of me, and why is that? Because your gift is not my gift, your talent is not my talent. So we don't need to be jealous of each other. We need to just join forces and draw from the people what we need in a more positive way, and support one another. But we don't want to end up like Queen Milo, being envious of someone to the point where we think we're destroying them, and when in reality we end up destroying ourselves. Let's see who walked in while I was reading our story, because I don't want to miss anybody. Gotta move my stream back down. Okay. We have Edward Smart in house. He's saying hi to Pandy. Finest Wine says, I'm okay to Pandy, throwing up the okay sign. Pandy says, I'm glad to hear that, Finest Wine Cooking Channel. And Pandy says, audio is good. Okay, that was early on. Thank you, Pandy. We have Simply a Sweetheart. Hello. The most featured YouTuber is in the house. Simply a Sweetheart. Simply, I was almost tempted to put you in there again, but I figured I'd give Sweet Pea and Sweetie Pie a chance. Gigi says hello to Simply a Sweetheart. We have NQ's World in the house. NQ's World says hi. Deborah, Mods in chat, hello. How are you, NQ's World? So glad for you to join me for story time for Gigi's raid. Thank you so much. Simply says hello to Miss Gigi, throwing some love, and hello all. Gigi says hello to NQ's World. We have Wolfman Midnight in the house. Hello, Wolfman. How are you? Wolfman Midnight says hey. NQ's World says hey to Simply a Sweetheart. Gigi says welcome to the live, everyone. NQ's World says hey, Gigi, Gluten Lab. I got lost on the way. Oh, but we glad that you made it, NQ's World, and I hope you made it in time to catch this story. Wolfman says hey. Gigi says hello to Wolfman Midnight. Wolfman Midnight says hi back to Gigi. Shawana says, Wolfman Midnight, you good? Wolfman Midnight says, I'm kind of good. Well, that's a good thing. We're happy that you're good, Wolfman Midnight. Shawana says, Wolfman, don't let the bad polls get you upset, my friend. Maybe she meant trolls. I'm not sure. And Wolfman Midnight says, thanks. Yes, Wolfman, you got to be encouraged and work it out. Work through it. Don't let them discourage you. You see, just like Wolfman, just like our character in the story tonight, she had someone that was determined to cut her down, cut her off, but she still was determined to find a way to stay on track and stay focused and do what she do. And that's what you're going to have to do. Find ways that when the enemy comes up against you, to find a way to cut them off and continue pressing your way to do what you do. Shawana says, oh, she meant people. Wolfman says, thanks. Gigi says, Wolfman Midnight, is good to see you. Wolfman says, I know I haven't been on YouTube that much. Yes, Wolfman, we missed you. Deborah Akpa says hello to everyone. Hello, Deborah. So glad that you joined us tonight for story time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Namag. Okay, wait a minute. Name. Am I saying this right? Oh, wow. I'm trying to get that. Is it Namaganda Margaret? Margaret, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll butcher your name in a minute. So glad to have you here in story time. Is it Namaganda? Says hi guys and greetings. Hi host. Let's be friends. Glad we are a long time. Yes. Thank you for coming. Gigi says hello to Deborah Akpa. Gigi says hello to Namaganda Margaret. And Name Aganda says, hi, Gigi. We have Coco Tellum in the house. Says, hello, Deborah. How are you, Coco? So glad you joined us tonight for story time. And Amaganda says, greetings. Deborah Akpa says, hello to Gigi. And hello to Coco Tellum. We have African American mom lessons in the house tonight. How are you? So glad that you could join us tonight for story time. Gigi says hello to Coco Tellum. Namaganda Margaret says hello to African. Gigi says hello to African American mom lessons. We have Tika and Nika TV in the house. Said hello, Deborah. And Tika and Nika says hey to everyone. Gigi says, welcome to Storytime, everyone. Coco Tellum says hi to Gigi's Gluten Free. African American Lesson says here. Figs. We have Figs and more Figs. Says hello, Deborah and chat. So glad to see you. Figs and more Figs. Glad to have you. Namaganda, make sure you connect with people the right way. If you're interested in someone you see here, go to their channel, check out their content. If it's something that you're interested in, connect with that person that way. This is not a growth channel. So just connect with the person the right way. I'm sure there's a lot of great content creators here, and I'm sure that somebody will have some kind of content that you would love. Deborah says amen. Deborah Akpa. We have Diamond and Pearls in the house tonight. Says hello, everyone. Diamond and Pearls. So glad that you could join me tonight for story time. I appreciate you. Gigi says hello to Figs and more Figs. Ticket and Nika TV says awesome message. Thank you. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Shiwana says aw. And we have Ticket and Nika says hey to Gigi. We have the Backyard Gardener in the house. Hello, Backyard Gardener. So glad you can join us tonight. We have Gigi says hello to Backyard Gardener. We have Sharp Bus Pull Up. Sharp Bus Pull Up says hello, Deborah and all. Thank you for joining us tonight, Backyard Gardener and Sharp Bus Pull Up. I am so glad you joined me for story time tonight. I hope that you all made it in time for the story. Sharp Bus is saying hey to Gigi and to Backyard Gardener. And we have Yvonne Stubbs. Hello, sweetie. How are you? So glad that you could join me tonight for story time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yvonne Stubbs. Gigi says, hey, Sharp Bus Pull Up. Beep, beep. Gigi says hello to Yvonne Stubbs. NQ's World says woo. NQ's World says I'm good. She wants throwing up the smiley face. Gigi speaking to Diamonds and Pearls. NQ's World says Short Bus Pull Up, throwing some love. Any birthdays in the house tonight? Do we have any birthdays? I think we're still in Gemini season. Any birthdays tonight? I heard Gigi talking about a birthday for somebody earlier in her live. I don't know if you came over with the raid, but we always sing happy birthday to the birthday person. So any birthdays? We didn't have any birthdays at last story time, but one walked in at the 9th hour. So any birthdays? We want to make sure we don't miss a birthday. We celebrate the birthdays here. Okay, we got Tiki Miki says, me, NECA, tomorrow. Okay, all right. So, since I don't do story time on Thursdays, we're going to celebrate you tonight. So, what I do is I sing the birthday song. You can have either the traditional birthday song. You can have me sing it to you Marilyn Monroe style or Stevie Wonder, and then we'll close out with the 2 Live Crew version. So which one do you want me to start out with, Nika? Do you want the Marilyn Monroe birthday, the traditional birthday, or the Stevie Wonder version? In Q's World is saying happy early birthday at Tiki and Nika TV. Nika, which one you want me to start you out with? Oh, we got the Dancing Diva ready. She coming in with that birthday cake for Nika, and she's saying happy birthday. She says Stevie. Okay, let me find the lyrics to that song. I'm going to learn that song one day. You think I sing it enough, I should know it by now, but I don't. All right. She says she want me to start out with the Stevie Wonder birthday. And everybody knows how we do that, how we get down with that 2 Live Crew birthday. When I say what's that favorite or number 1 zodiac, we're going to throw Gemini in the stream. I know everybody think their birthday is the best birthday, but we are celebrating the Gemini season. See, always somebody, they got to put one in there. Well, be the difference. We not celebrating Aries. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Get your mind right. There you go. You got it right real quick. All right, let's see. Stevie Wonder birthday lyrics. I got to give me some new glasses. Look, I type it in so much till it comes right up. When I type the ST, it comes right up. All right. Now, let me get situated here where I can put this so I can read it, see it. When I clap, I wind up. Okay. All right, here we go. Look at Miss Furrow laughing at me. All right, here we go, Nikki. Give me a little clap going so I can try to stay on beat. And the lights dimming out. You know, it doesn't make much sense. There ought to be a law against anyone who takes offense at a day in your celebration. Because we all know in our minds that there ought to be a time that we can set aside to show just how much we love you. And I'm sure you would agree it could fit more perfectly than to have a world party on the day you came to be. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. 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 Yay! Happy birthday, Nika. All right, now we're going to do the 2 Live Crew version. Y'all ready? And don't be throwing no Aries in the chat. Be the difference. All right, here we go. Remember, when I say what's that number 1 or favorite zodiac sign, you're going to throw Gemini in the stream. And when I call anything other than a Gemini, you're going to throw no in the stream. And when I say Gemini working that thing out, you're going to throw working that thing out in the stream. Here we go. What's that number 1 zodiac sign? Gemini. I said, what's that number 1 zodiac sign? Gemini. Okay, what's the matter? Either my stream slow or y'all are slow. What's going on here? I don't see no Geminis in this stream. What's going on? Is my stream slow or y'all slow? Okay, there we go. Gemini. Okay, all right, here we go. We're going to try this again. I said, what's that #1 zodiac sign? Gemini. I said, what's that #1 zodiac sign? Gemini. Is it Cancer? No. Is it Aries? No. Is it Taurus? No. Is it Cancer? No. Gemini, working that thing out. Gemini, working that thing out. Nika, working that thing out. Nika, working that thing. What's that #1 zodiac sign? Gemini. I said, what's that #1 zodiac sign? Gemini. Is it Taurus? No. Is it Capricorn? No. Is it Pisces? No. Is it Gemini? Yes. Gemini, working that thing out. Gemini, working that thing out. Nika, working that thing out. Nika, working that thing out. Happy birthday, Nika. Happy birthday. Thank you all for celebrating Nika early birthday. Let's see. Look at that. Boy, I love it. Look at that. Look at that. We got Tika Nika clapping. You got NQ's World dancing like our dancing diva, Miss Full Roller. You got Gigi saying, sing sis. NQ's World saying, happy birthday to you. Gigi says, happy birthday. Tika Nika says, hey, smiling. NQ's World, drop the mic there. Gigi says, happy birthday to you. Hey, Yvonne says, sing there. Yvonne says, happy birthday to Nika and throwing up the birthday confetti and a gift. Tika Nika says, thanks, Deborah. You are so welcome. I look forward to singing the birthday song more than you all look forward to hearing it. Be the Difference says, hey, Miss Full Roller threw up some birthday cakes for you, Nika. Be the Different Clothing says Gemini. Satin says Gemini. Gigi throwing up some cakes. Be the Difference says Gemini. Gigi says Gemini. NQ's World says Gemini. Miss Furrow says Gemini. NQ's World said multitasking. Sorry, laugh out loud. Tika Nika. So everybody's celebrating the Gemini season. Be the Difference says Gemini. And when I called out something other than that, she said no. Gemini. Miss Full says, you slow. I'm slow. You might be right, Miss Full. Look, my laptop might be about as bad as my cell phone. So when I called out anything other than Gemini, NQ's World said no. Be the Difference says no. Everybody says no when I called out all those other zodiacs. Be the Difference, it says working. NQ's Dancing. Be the Difference says working that thing. NQ's World says working it. Gigi says Gemini. Be the Difference says Gemini. Miss Full Roller says no when I called out those other zodiacs. Her and Be the Difference. Tika Nika says hey. And NQ World says Gemini. Boy, I'm telling you, when I called them out, I know they were gritting their teeth while I was calling their sign and they had to say no. Oh, Be the Difference says hey. Gigi says hey. Miss Full Roller says working that thing out. Be the Difference says working that thing out. Miss Full Roller coming in, our dancing diva, dancing her way around for the birthday girl. NQ's World says work it out. Oh, look at that. Be the Difference says hey, and she's popping the tops on the champagne for you. Tika Nick is clapping. Satin says working that thing out. I'm working that thing out. All right, Satin. Satin says she working it out and working it out. Deborah Octopaw says good job. NQ's World said that was fun and laughing. Be the Difference says happy birthday, Tika Nika TV. Miss Full Roller still dancing. That's our dancing diva. Gigi brought out the bottles and she's popping the tops. Satin says working that thing out. Coco tell him is dancing for the birthday girl. Coco says happy birthday, Tika Nika TV. Tika Nika says thank you all so much. Awesome. Yes, we celebrate each other here at Storytime for the birthday. And we don't be selfish and celebrate our own. We celebrate each and every one in here, even though it's not our season. We celebrate. Tika Nika says thank you. Be the Difference says Coco hey to Coco tell him. Coco says hey to Be the Difference. in Q's World says, I was so happy you didn't say Libra. That's only because I be clapping and trying to think of the zodiacs, what they are. That's funny, but that's okay. Even though you're Libra and you feel Libra is probably the best, I'm glad you celebrated the Gemini in Gemini season. Thank you so much, NQ's World. Gigi says, NQ's World, laugh out loud. That's too funny. Where's that troublemaker? That troublemaker missing tonight, Miss 12 Veils. That's the one that be starting all the trouble. That's the one right there that starts all the trouble. But anyways, we appreciate you all, each and every one. Nikki, happy early birthday. I hope tomorrow you have a wonderful birthday. Celebrate yourself. NQ's World says, Gigi Lab, I was prepared to skip it. No, you can't skip it. You're supposed to say no, even if I call yours out, NQ's World. Oh, that's funny. But I am not going to prolong the time. I appreciate each and every one of you. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am a published author. This is my book, Struggling Broken Pieces, A Healing for My Soul. I will start next week. I think on Monday, I'm going to start reading excerpts from my book. That's why I call these little stories a prelude to story time, because I was leading up to transitioning over into reading from my book. I'm still going to do these little stories though, because this is my way of shouting out and showing appreciation to fellow YouTubers. So I will still do these little stories. I may switch it off and on, and I'm glad to see that most of you who are in the stream that won a book have received it finally. I'm glad of that. I still have about 2 people, I think, that I haven't heard from that haven't received theirs yet, and I'm hoping they have it by then, because I really do want to start on Monday reading from my book. And I'll probably alternate, read from my book one day and do my little shout out another day. So I'll figure that out when the time comes. But I did these stories also to give people time to purchase the book who were interested in purchasing it, and those who wanted to get theirs. That way they could hopefully follow along while I'm reading from the book. Nikki, let's see, Gigi says story time. Yes, thank you, Gigi, for putting that in there. Yes, story time is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. If for some reason I can't make it due to medical situation, I always throw up a brief message. And I think Monday I didn't do story time. I wasn't, I had some tests done and stuff, and it just kind of had me out the rest of the day, so I didn't have time to prepare for story times. But I did throw up a brief message, and so most people usually know that when they see that I'm letting you know that I won't be doing story time that night, and I will let you know when story time will resume. Did I tell you all the characters in the story tonight? I don't think I told you all the characters in the story tonight. Okay, the characters in our story tonight was Princess Potella, Sweet Pea, A Sophisticated Lady, Super Smiley, Birdbird, Singing for the Creator. Yes, and these are YouTubers' names. Singing for the Creator. It's a Jazz Movement. Be Inspired. Queen Mila. Slump. SLUMP. That is a YouTuber's name. Slump. Voice of Reason 2. That's a YouTuber. It's Perfect. That's a YouTuber. GodsChild is a YouTuber. GodLovesme. ItGet'sReel, Fresh Prince. And it's funny because Fresh Prince doesn't spell his name Fresh Prince. He uses the letter 3, the number 3 in the place of the E. So it's FR3SH and then PRINC number 3. So that's how he spells his Fresh Prince. But that is a YouTuber. ThatGuy is a YouTuber. Sweet P is a YouTuber. King Plov, PLOVE, is a YouTuber. Magicmoments, Most MH Hated, As Told by Tina. Mrs. MRS is actually a YouTuber. According to Jeff. And those are the YouTubers featured in the story tonight. But I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by to hang out with me for story time. You could have been somewhere else, but you didn't see it a problem to come by and hang out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Always remember, until we meet again, may his peace be with you. And always remember, I have a will to live. So I will see each and every one of you at the next story time. Have a good evening and stay safe.